SLEDTRAILS is brought to you by the World of Articat.
How's it going, guys? Cat Yonggi here.
Ollie Arnold here.
So we're coming to you from Whistler, BC. We come to talk to you guys a little bit about How's it going, guys? Cat Yonggi here.
Ollie Arnold here.
So we're coming to you from Whistler, BC. We're filming for SLEDTRAILS TV. We want to talk to you guys a little bit about our sponsors throughout the season and what motivates us to ride. Oh, Ollie, what actually motivates you about sledding? What drives you to continue the passion of sledding?
Oh, thanks, Colin. I thought you'd never ask. The list goes on and on. I couldn't ask for a cooler sport than sledding. It's an adventure. Nothing compares to this. It's pretty full on. You know, you're going out into the backcountry where sometimes people have never been before, and you're just pushing the limits to see what you can get away with.
So how you feel about all the fresh snow we got coming here, Ollie?
Oh, it's great. Yesterday was unreal. It's so perfect. Sunny and about a couple feet of fresh.
I'm originally from Australia. I moved down here in about 2005. I lived around Pemberton and Whistler the whole time. Pretty stoked with the area. Sledding's awesome. People are good. Pretty hard to beat this sort of lifestyle. Crazy how far this sport's progressed in the last 10 years. The places that we go now, the skills that you get just from riding every day is second to none.
It's the best feeling. It's like Disneyland's at your fingertips, and there's no boundaries. You know, it's like sledding's so fun because all these things you say you couldn't do, you can just do it. You think you can do it. All to do it, and it's pretty unreal when you do these things that everyone thinks you can't do, and you just keep doing it and doing it, and then it's like, oh, you feel pretty good after getting those feelings.
The anticipation of fresh snow when it's dumping out there, sometimes you're just not able to sleep. Like that feeling you get before Christmas, that's pretty much the same feeling you get when you know you got 30 C's coming in that day. Then when you get out there, you got fresh white snow. Pretty much everything you see is your own playground. And the beauty of the backcountry and the mountains is it's always changing. The terrain's always changing. If I could explain snowmobiling to someone who's never snowmobiled before, it's probably one of the most exhilarating and exciting things that you can do.
Feeling surreal out there. It's such a fun sport. You know, it's up to you what you make of it. Any naysayer out there, you know, you can kind of like wrong. Yeah, buddy.
Welcome back to SLEDTRAILS. My name's Jeremy Wipp, and today we're at Valley Moto Sport in Kelowna BC. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 2018 Mountain Cat M8000 and looking at track tension and track alignment and how to set up your snowmobile. Firstly, we need to make sure the machine is properly elevated so that we're able to check the current deflection. Now we need to loosen the rear axle just enough so that we can ensure that the axle can slide freely. We're going to now do this by putting our Allen key on the adjuster bolt and turning it clockwise. This is going to move the axle backwards and tighten the track. If we needed to loosen the track, we would do it counterclockwise, which would move the axle forward, loosening the track. Make sure that you're doing this equally on both sides so that you can set the track tension the same. Now that we've set the rear axle and aligned the bogie wheels within the track groove, we're going to have to start the machine so that we can recheck the deflection after the axle has set itself. Now that we've ran the machine, we need to check and make sure we've got our deflection correct. What we're going to do is use our ruler to make sure we have 2 inches between the bottom of the wear strip and the inside of the track. We need to apply about 20 pounds of pressure on the center of the track to make sure that our deflection is set correctly. Looks like we got it right this time. And also, make sure you tighten the rear axle nut. And that's your Arctic Tech Tip.
Hi, I'm John Kelly with the Canadian Avalanche Centre in Revelstoke. I'm a public avalanche forecaster, and I just wanted to talk to you today about some backcountry avalanche conditions and how we rate them. In Canada, we have a 3-level system to give you some basic ideas about avalanche conditions in 10 areas of Canada, in 10 areas of Alberta and BC. These ratings go out for the different regions. We've got the first level of avalanche conditions is good, and that means with a normal level of equipment and a little bit of training and knowledge, you should be able to have a safe trip, and the backcountry avalanches aren't going to be very frequent. We get into the second level is serious. Avalanches are occurring more frequently. It takes a little bit of more skill and a little bit more knowledge and training to be able to go out safely in the backcountry. And of course our third level is poor, where usually travel in avalanche terrain is not recommended unless you have an extremely high level of skill and knowledge in terms of dealing with avalanches. We have a fourth category for variable conditions, and that's usually reserved for the springtime when melt and freeze cycles can mean that within the same day you can have avalanche conditions that vary from good to poor. This is just an introductory information, and what we're trying to do is get people to have a look at these, determine what the avalanche conditions are in their local area, and then go on to some more in-depth information. And that would be some information that would look more like this: danger scale plus avalanche forecasts. And these are products that will give you more in-depth knowledge about what particular avalanche conditions are like on particular kinds of slopes in particular kinds of elevation bands. If you're going into the backcountry snowmobiling, a good place to get your information is at our website avalanche.ca, and you can get your backcountry avalanche advisory as well as a lot more in-depth information.
So hey guys, Ollie Arnold here. I'm a backcountry freerider. I ride for Valley Moto Sport in Kelowna with Arctic Cat. I just made a little road trip out to the coast visiting Whistler. Those who know me know I'm a bit of a hot potato that way. I'm always cruising around, crushing someone else's pal. Like right now. originally from New Brunswick. I moved out to Whistler 11, 12 years ago. Since then, I moved to the interior. I spent a couple winters in Nelson and now Revy. But during this time of the year, you can't be Whistler. It's just it goes off.
Sounds like an engine. Where? What direction? I can't make it out. Seems like it's all around us. Can't you hear it? That what you mean? Yeah, that's it. That's it. High-speed propellers bearing 105. Right, Blue Runner.
Sledding for me, you know, it's the ultimate experience. It's the real deal, you know. It's humbling, it's rewarding, it's exhilarating, it's scary. That's pretty wild.
Chicken Valley. It's turning away.
I love it. It's I would be doing this for a long time. I feel super lucky to be part of this, and yeah, keep it on. Thanks, guys.
Hi guys, Yonggi here. I'm a team rider for Valley Moto Sport. I'm originally from Australia. I moved out into the Sea to Sky area in 2005. The beauty of living in the coast mountains and basing myself out of Whistler is the forgiving snowpack that we have in this area. Another great aspect of living in this zone is the terrain and the unlimited amounts of precipitation that we get throughout our winter. Snowmobiling for me has become more than just a sport, it's become a passion and a lifestyle.
Yeah, buddy.
With the way the machines have progressed in the last 10 years, we are able to access zones that we never could access before. So why don't you guys come along, enjoy the ride with us, and we'll show you some of our zones.
Howdy, I'm Tucker Mertz. We're up here on Rabbit Ears Pass today, trying to get a little airtime underneath the long track and finally getting comfortable. Been a good day, getting a little bit of re-entry going down, a big old step up, a couple more jumps. Just trying to hang on, stay healthy, go big.
I think I've probably had enough of this one for today.
to the finish. Even through the blemishes, my heart is replenished. Violent images with something in store, it's kinda heavy. Hold it steady, I'm ready for war with no delivery. A party time, I'm sorry, I apologize. It's obvious that you ignore the truth just to acknowledge lies. And honestly, this is a promise, not a threat. So you better watch your comments while your consciousness is left. Forget the politics and dollars in your wallet. Just know I'm coming home for everyone I have a problem with. Don't look astonished, cause you knew that it was coming. You looking at me dumb, I suggest you start running. You can increase your pace, but I'm chasing you down. Losing patience, you blatantly choose breaking the vows. Tomorrow isn't promised, and that's even if you live today. Watch what you say, or somebody's gonna need a grave.
Sled Trails is brought to you by the World of Articat.